Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to share with you a few announcements. We actually have a few announcements, which is a very welcome change. First of all, happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you're having a great time celebrating today. But I also hope that you've checked your email to see a letter that I wrote for the church, just kind of announcing what we're going to be doing for Lent and a little bit onward from that. But anyways, the most exciting news is that Ash Wednesday is this upcoming Wednesday, and I'll be posting a sermon on our Facebook page and YouTube site sometime Tuesday to Wednesday morning, and the intent is that you would watch that sermon sometime Wednesday and come to the church Wednesday from 9 to 6, somewhere in those hours, and just come whenever you can, and I'll be in the sanctuary, and we'll do the imposition of ashes that way. So it's just a creative way to not cancel Ash Wednesday, a good way to get people back in the sanctuary in a safe way. So I really hope to see you Wednesday. And also, I'm really excited about a new Bible study that we're going to be starting. It's called Embracing the Uncertain by McGray DeVega. It's obviously a very relevant topic to our current circumstances. So anyways, that's going to be going on for the entirety of Lent. So February 24th through March 31st. And I'll be co-leading this Bible study with Susan Spraker. And we'll be holding this Bible study in the fellowship hall so that we can all space out and wear our mask and social distance. But we'll also be filming this Bible study for Zoom. So if you would like to participate through Zoom, you can also do that as well. So if you'd like to get this book, or if you'd like to be part of the Bible study, please contact me, and I'll make sure that you get the book. And also, I'm going to be gone on National Guard duty starting this Thursday, and I'm going to miss 2 Sundays, but I will still be with you online, but I may be a little slower to respond to questions and things. I'll still get back to you, but please forgive me if I'm not as responsive as I usually am. So anyways, those are the biggest announcements. I guess our other announcement is that we're planning on being back inside for in-person worship on Easter Sunday. A very appropriate time to begin that again, I believe. So anyways, hope you're having a good day. Happy Valentine's Day again, and looking forward to seeing you all soon. Thanks. Our gospel lesson for this Transfiguration Sunday is Mark chapter 9, verses 2 through 9. 6 days later, Jesus took Peter, James, and John and brought them on top of a very high mountain where they were alone. He was transformed in front of them, and his clothes were amazingly bright, brighter than if they had been bleached white. Elijah and Moses appeared and were talking with Jesus. Peter reacted to all of this by saying to Jesus, "Rabbi, it is good that we're here. Let's make 3 shrines, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." He said this because he didn't know how to respond, for the 3 of them were terrified. Then a cloud overshadowed them, and a voice spoke from the cloud, saying, "This is my son whom I dearly love. Listen to him." Suddenly looking around, they no longer saw anyone with them except Jesus. As they were coming down the mountain, he ordered them not to tell anyone what they had seen until after he had risen from the dead. On this rainy and icy Valentine's Day, I find myself living in my head, and I find myself thinking of past Valentine's Days and other moments where I have felt love strongly in my life. There are certain memories that you relive in your head many times over, and if you could, if it were possible, you would bottle them up and experience them again if you could. For me, moments like falling in love, memorable days with friends and family, or a trip of a lifetime with scenery that has caused my often distracted mind to pause in awe. In these moments and memories, we remember ourselves feeling alive, feeling happy, wishing for once that time would stand still instead of speed up. These mountaintop moments are the experiences that we look back on amid our routine lives and rough days, and we say to ourselves, why can't life always be like that one time? Peter felt that sort of way in this passage. He and a few disciples take a hike with Jesus, and instead of great views, they see God, and they see God dramatically. They saw the light, as the old song says, and they saw Moses and Elijah standing in front of them, and in the midst of this mountaintop moment, their faith was not vague. Their faith was sight. And Peter, at a loss for words, says, if you want, I'll make 3 shrines, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah. Peter is just like all of us in good times. He wants to make this mountaintop moment last forever. He tells Jesus, let's preserve this moment. He wants to enshrine it in stone, to trigger his memory always, to mark this memorable occasion. That's the type of vibe he's putting off. But Jesus doesn't allow him to do that. Instead, he turns around, walks down the mountain, back into daily life. Even the disciples who saw Jesus' miracles, who saw him teach and talk in the flesh, they learned that mountaintop moments were not forever. The disciples found out that the mountaintop moments that we experience in life are gifts from God that help sustain us in the valley, but they are momentary. My favorite theologian, Will Willimon, states that nothing like this transfiguration story is reported again in the Gospels. He says you would be unwise to build your faith on these mystical moments. Still, such moments of wonderful inspiration are a great gift of God to us. Savor them, but don't try to build your entire faith upon them. These mountaintop moments may be few and far between. Most of us go through life and we only have a handful of moments like that, but we should take comfort in knowing that God still comes down the mountain with us, back into our daily lives. He gifts us with mountaintop highs and walks with us in the valleys and the lows, for even the Lord of all creation walks back down the mountain. Friends, on this Valentine's Day, where we celebrate the people who walk with us in all aspects of life, where we remember those times where our hearts raced and our love formed, where we laugh and reminisce and sometimes shed tears at the past, may we look back and see clearly through hindsight that the mountaintop moments need to be cherished, but in these challenging, deep in the valley times where we find ourselves now, may we see how we have been sustained through our faith, through our loved ones, through the love not only of our spouses, but of so many others. One day this valley shall pass, and the memories, both good and bad, will still be with us. And I pray that we will see that we did not walk alone. That we never have, that we never will. whatever has come, whatever is yet to come. We do not walk alone. Amen.